How's it going, boys? Welcome back to episode 15 of my NHL franchise mode with the Montreal Canadiens. So in the last episode, we were in the playoffs. Unfortunately, we did not have the results that we wanted, the outcome we wanted at least. First round exit to the Detroit Red Wings. We'll just go over the playoff tree one last time, just to show you guys how Colorado went right through the playoffs, no problem, beating Minnesota in 5. Their toughest matchup was against Nashville, who were the rookies Roger McQueen and Askarov, who they took just a 7. But then they swept the Edmonton Oilers in the Western Conference Finals, and then swept the New Jersey Devils in the Stanley Cup Finals. So I think that's actually the best, apart from I think LA in 2011, was it, or 2000? I forget exactly which year it was, that I think they had one sweep, and I think game 5s in the rest of the series. But apart from that, 2 sweeps back-to-back, Western Conference Finals and the Finals, that's just unheard of. So congrats to Colorado for being your Stanley Cup champions. All right, boys, welcome to the 2027 NHL Draft Lottery. Here we go. So the number 16 pick belongs to the Florida Panthers. The number 15 pick belongs to the Pittsburgh Sabres. The number 13 pick belongs to the Philadelphia Flyers. The number 12 pick belongs to the Chicago Blackhawks. The number 11 pick belongs to the Los Angeles Kings. The number 10 pick belongs to the Utah Steelheads. The number 9 pick belongs to the Pittsburgh Penguins. The number 8 pick belongs to the Anaheim Ducks. The number 7 pick belongs to San Jose Sharks. The number 6 pick belongs to the St. Louis Blues. The number 5 pick belongs to the Calgary Flames. The number 4 pick belongs to the Washington Capitals. The number 3 pick belongs to the Ottawa Senators. So the first overall pick belongs to the Vegas Golden Knights, which means Chicago Blackhawks have the number 2 pick. And that's via, oh my god, that's via the Islanders. They could have had a second overall pick. Instead, they made a random ass trade, and now they're left with not having that second. I mean, they have Montour. He's a good hockey player, obviously. But they got rid of their first round pick, which became a second overall pick, and a second round pick. So terrible trade, especially that they knew they weren't making the playoffs. So there it is. Alexander Ovechkin, the Great 8, decides to retire. He had 1,005 goals, so he definitely beat Gretzky's record. With 1,673 games played, 1,005 goals, 839 assists for 1,844 NHL points. What a legend this guy is. But look how many just retired this year. Steven Stamkos, 1,400 points. Brent Burns, 1,031. Phil Kessel, he was a free agent though, but 1,015. Jonathan Toews on Utah, 957 points. So a lot of these players now just below 1,000, but David Perron with the Montreal, so Perron retires, so we actually need to find a third liner. Logan Couture, Max Pacioretty, Roman Josi, Alex Pietrangelo, Mikael Backlund, Kyle Okposo, Nick Foligno, Cam Atkinson, Josh Bailey, so Torrey Krug, just the list goes on, man. So a lot of big players. The main one obviously being Ovechkin, but you do have Steven Stamkos there. Jonathan Toews, what a career. All these players. Roman Josi, legend. So Pietrangelo, Stanley Cup winner. Just a lot of legends. Phil Kessel, Stanley Cup winner. So those are your retired players. For goalies, you got Brian Elliott, James Reimer. So yeah, nothing too special here when it comes to the goaltending aspect of the retirements. All right, so Owen Beck asking for 1 year at 1.075. I think we're going to go just 1 or 2 more years on the extension. Keep him on the fourth line, or maybe put him third line right wing. I don't know. I kind of like him in the center spot, though, because 80 faceoffs. I just foresee him being like this good defensive player. But, I mean, look at his offensive awareness, 85. Look at his deking, his passing, puck control, all that. So, I don't know. Maybe give him some power play time. So, we'll extend him for the 2 years. He'll be our fourth liner for at least this year. 1 more year. That's it. And then I'm assuming Crosby will retire, and then we'll have him on the third line. So we'll do 2 years at 1 point. I mean, I guess we could give him what he wants. 2 years, 1.1. All right. So that's Owen Beck. All right. Now we have Brad Lambert. Very random guy. I'll just going through the centers. So, yeah, we got him in a trade. I forget exactly what the trade was, but it was just a minor swap. I think it was like a random prospect defenseman for a prospect forward. Or I had signed him in free agency for an AHL piece just to, boost up our team. But he's listed there again as a third liner. So maybe I could re-sign him, put him on the third line for Perron, or have him as my fourth line center, Owen Beck up. But same with him, good offensive awareness, good hands, good speed, good shot. It's just a matter of playing, I guess, with the right person. I mean, he got 43 points in 72 games. In the AHL last season on the third line, only playing 14 minutes. But I think, I don't know, maybe we sign him to depth or third line, fourth line. So what I'm going to do is just extend him, and then we'll see what we do with him moving on. But I'm going to go with a two-way, probably do 1 year, and I'll give him a bit more money, $850,000. Let's see if he could hit our roster or not. All right, so the big fish, Lane Hudson, asking for 5 years, 7.850. I wonder what he would have wanted if we extended this at the beginning of the season. I mean, he didn't grow. He was 85 all season regardless. So I think he would have asked for the same amount anyway. But let's see. If we go 6 years, 7, 8, he's still asking for 8.9, 8.5. Maybe I could go 7 year, 7.8. I would be okay with this. I want to pay him a bit less than Nick Suzuki. He's our captain. He's our guy. Like I said, Crosby was the only one who got paid more than him. So I don't want to give him the $8 million plus. If we go 6 years, I guarantee I could get this contract for lower. But I'm going to try 7 years at 7.850. I think that's the Caulfield contract exactly. So if he accepts this, this is for the boys. Lane Hudson, 7 years, 7.850. Then last but not least, we have Lian Bichelle. So again, he has perfect chemistry with our team. Honestly, I would go term with this guy just because if he does grow, we could get him to a pretty solid contract. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to ask for more than this regardless. So I think I'm going to go with the 6 years, 3 point. Honestly, I'll give him what he wants. We'll do this. 6 years, $3 million. I think this is going to hold him till he's about 29, 30 years old. And it's going to be at roughly around the same time Kirby Dach's extension ends. And I think Farrell and people like that. So let's do this. 6 years, $3 million for Lian Bichelle. All right, guys. Quickly before we actually get to the draft, there's even the extension for Joey Decord. Fleury, we're gonna probably re-sign regardless. Maybe not. We'll see. But Joey Decord, I'm gonna want to re-sign just because whether I have him as my first goalie or my second goalie, he's gonna be part of our team. He's 30 years old only, so I mean he had good numbers: 38, 15, and 5. Posted a 908 save percentage. The year before that, he was a 914. 5 shutouts, 4 shutouts. So he's definitely a reliable goalie. Didn't do the best to start this playoffs. I probably should have put him in the Game 6. It didn't go that way. But the year before that, we won the Stanley Cup with him. 3 shutouts in the postseason. 13-4, 918. So I know he could post some good numbers. So I'm going to re-sign him. We're going to extend his contract. We'll do the 2 years instead of 1. I'll do 2 years at what he wants, 1.3. That's fine by me. If there's another veteran goalie by any means, we could sign him, who's higher overall. We could always re-sign Fleury. Then we have Gabriel Daigle. So this guy's probably going to end up coming to our AHL next year. I'm going to want him as our starter, which leaves guys like Havilid kind of just left in the dust. Kind of like our Primo in real life right now. But it's a weirdo with him, okay? Here's the story, okay? So let's go to season stats, okay? So not last year, but the year before that. He was our backup goalie. He was 21-6-2, 2 shutouts, 906 save percentage. So a fantastic season. Could be better save percentage, but still very good. Goes to the playoffs, and he ends up being our starter. I don't know why. I forget exactly what happened, but ends up posting a 14-5-2 a 14-5-2 record. 3 shutouts with a 931 save percentage in 21 games. Wins the Calder Cup trophy with the Laval Rocket. Then the year after, he was the starter. 38-15-1, 4 shutouts, 921 save percentage. But then kind of dusted in the first round. Again, I'm not going to blame him. It was a team effort. But he is 5'10", 190 pounds. So as a goalie, when you're below 6 foot, it's kind of tough. So I don't really know what to do with him because he's still posting good numbers, obviously. So my thought process right now is maybe not sign Fleury, bring him up, start to integrate him into the NHL with Decord, and then by the time Daigle plays his AHL season, you'll kind of get bounced out. Or we just, kind of realize he's going to get bounced out regardless, so let's get rid of him now for something in return. Okay, boys, I promise this is the last one. I double-checked, triple-checked. Korzak, we're definitely going to bring him back as well. He doesn't want the extension, but I don't care. He's going to get it. 26 years old, perfect on the bottom pairing. Whether it be Jack-Eye or Bichelle, we are going to sign him to... I'll give him what he wants. I'll do 2 years, $2 million, all right? That's what we'll do. He doesn't want to sign, so I'll give him the extra 100,000, make him happy. You know what? 75,000, just so it's below 2 million. 2 years, 1.975. Let's go. All right, boys, so the 2027 NHL entry draft. Let's get right into it. All right, the Vegas Golden Knights are on the board. So with the first overall pick, the Vegas Golden Knights are proud to select from the QMJHL, Jake Shing. 5'11", 189 pounds, 18 years old. Good all-around stats. I mean, nothing that's... Even his physical is pretty good, to be honest. For a guy who's 5'11", well, he's 189, so he is a bit beefy. Not a small guy. So let's see how he pans out in Vegas. With the second overall pick, the Chicago Blackhawks are proud to select from the Swedish Elite League, Nicholas Weinhandel. 5'11", 172 pounds, two-way forward. So he had 19 points in 50 games. -5, but that's okay. Playing with men. Let's see how he does in Chicago. Maybe the second line center to Bedard. Who knows? With the third overall pick, the Ottawa Senators are proud to select from the OHL, Shane O'Neill. So right wing sniper, 5'9", 173 pounds, 18 years old. What a filthy shot this guy has. Maybe him with Celebrini, who knows? So with the fourth overall pick, the Capitals are proud to select from the Swedish Elite League, defenseman Lars Dansk. 6'1", 176 pounds, 17 years old. So 17-year-old going fourth overall, pretty good for him. With the fifth overall pick, the Calgary Flames are proud to select Jamie Talixon. So right wing, 6'1", 191 pounds, even him, filthy shot. Good skating, yeah, good all-around player. 38 goals, 51 assists in the QMJHL, 89 points. With the sixth overall pick, the St. Louis Blues are proud to select from the Finnish League, Vesa Kapanen. Centerman, power forward. Filthy. I like this guy, honestly. This is why I probably would have went with in the top 5. Even first overall pick, I probably would have went with this guy, to be honest. He had 23 points in 58 games. With the 7th overall pick, the San Jose Sharks are proud to select Edwin Lang. So centerman, two-way forward. It's getting a bit worse now. Medium top 6, so no more elites. But still a decent player for San Jose. See how he pans out. He had 36 points in 38 games. 36 goals and 38 assists, 74 points in 66 games in the USA League. With the 8th overall pick, the Anaheim Ducks are proud to select Dakota Ackers from the USA League. So this guy's also a two-way forward left wing. This is where it drops off a bit. Just a bunch of 70s everywhere. He is a medium top 6. 37 goals, 45 assists, though. Still did pretty good in that league, playing top line minutes. But yeah, that's the 8th overall pick to Anaheim. See how he pans out. With the 9th overall pick, the Pittsburgh Penguins are proud to select from the WHL, Billy Fata. So right wing playmaker. He's actually a lot better than the guy who just went. So a lot of 80s around. Probably like a high 70s player, but yeah, pretty good for the Pittsburgh Penguins there. Let's see how he does. He's a right wing though, so let's see how Moroza and him pan out. Who's going to be the better one on right wing? With the 10th overall pick, the Utah Steelheads are proud to select Aaron Bolin, 6-foot left wing, 193 pounds, power forward. Not the best stats, a bunch of 70s, but his shot's decent. So maybe he's going to be a bit of a shooter in the league. Medium top 6, had 80 points in 68 games in the WHL. All right, so just to quickly go through the rest of the first round. So just a bunch of top 6s and top 4s. Let's go see if there's any elites, but I don't think so. There's an Yzerman. That's pretty cool. Those are your picks. We do not have a first-round pick. Oh, an Ovechkin. All right, medium top 6, though. Low elite. All right, Obrindamore on New Jersey. Shattenkirk to Colorado. Second round, you got a medium top 6. So yeah, like I said, it was going actually pretty late with the medium top 6s and top 4s. Low elite there for Ottawa. Still some medium top 6s. Medium elite, low elite. Kukanen to Anaheim. And I guess it kind of drops off here. Low top 6. Yeah, so it kind of drops off here in the latter second round, where we have our pick. Oh, medium top 6 right there. So let's do our pick, and we'll end the draft here. Okay. All right, boys. With our pick, we picked Kalle Rensfeld in the Swedish Elite League. So I took a random one that had a bunch of question marks just to see how he is. And after review of the play, he is garbage. Medium top 9. Centerman, 5'11". Medium. I don't get medium top 9s, to be honest. I've never seen a medium top 9 pan out to be anything. Not even a top 9 forward, to be honest. I find usually these are the guys that just get tossed into dust. And then after this video, we're going to forget about him. Let's get real. So, boys, that is the NHL Entry Draft 2027. All right, boys, day 2 of the draft, and there's a trade to announce between the Montreal Canadiens and the Seattle Kraken. So the Seattle Kraken trade away Shane Wright in exchange for Arbor Jacki and next year's first-round pick. Okay, so the 2028 first-round pick, which is next year, and Arbor Jacki for Shane Wright. It's a heartbreaker because realistically, Arbor Jacki is just like an untouchable for me in real life. But in this universe, he doesn't have the best chemistry. We kind of replaced him with Bichelle already. He barely played any minutes with us last year. So they're probably going to utilize him at least. You know, it kind of makes sense. Kind of I didn't play him barely any minutes with us, and they had Shane Wright had barely any minutes with them. So it's kind of a swap. Obviously, Jacki for Shane Wright 1-for-1 is kind of a no, just because it's a top 6 defenseman in this game and then a medium elite. But I mean, the first round pick next year, let's get real, we're crossing fingers, going to make playoffs again, and it's going to be a late pick, which is probably going to be a medium top 6 or medium top 4 that I don't really care too much about. I feel like this trade makes sense. We could put him third line, like I said, with Sidney Crosby and Emil Heineman. He'll learn from the best, and then when Crosby actually retires, I'll slide him on the third line centerman. Kirby Dach could be second, Suzuki first, and then Owen Beck. Unfortunately, he's going to be staying as our fourth line centerman, but boys, talk about a Stanley Cup champion team. I mean, come on. That center core right there is just nasty. So I'll show you guys the extensions we just signed, but the main one being, of course, Lane Hutson accepting a 7-year, $7.850 million contract. So the exact same contract Cole Caulfield actually signed when he signed his deal after his entry level. So Lane Hutson for the boys signs a contract a bit less than Suzuki, and he's ready to be our number 1 defense now. All right, boys. So here's the re-sign phase. The players we released and the players we signed. So we'll go over the forwards first, the ones that we did sign. We're signing Crosby to another 1 year at $8.7 million. Emil Heineman at 2 years, 1.875. Christian Fischer, 2 years, 1.7. Jasper Weatherby on the AHL contract. Same with Florian Jacki and same with Jacket Perot. We got rid of Akil Thomas. The guy had 77 points in like 74 games in the AHL playing second line. Man's 82. He's like a third line checking forward. Same thing like Verana. Let him pan out somewhere else. Maybe an NHL team will sign him. I do know Verana never actually panned out anywhere. Islanders ended up signing him and he ended up playing the AHL there. But let's hope it's different with Akil Thomas. So yeah, we let him release. Radek Fox, I didn't want to re-sign with us. Merit Kuznatinov, unfortunately, we had to release as well. He's someone I probably could have put in the AHL, but to be honest, with 7 points in 9 games with us, age 24, maybe he signed somewhere else. You know, I can't guarantee him ice time somewhere else, but I definitely could guarantee him that he won't be getting ice time with us. So yeah, we're gonna release Kuznatinov and then the heartbreaker Evgeny Malkin. Yeah, we got rid of him last year and then we re-signed him right away. But what I'm gonna do this time is we're gonna let him walk into UFA, see if there's any offers with him. If no team really wants him, maybe we'll re-sign him just for some depth. But the guy's 81. I mean, I want to give. We just got Shane Wright. I want to play him with Crosby. I want Heineman to get on that third line as well. Also, if we put Malkin there, it's like I'm gonna have to give him power play time, which means we have 9 forwards out of our 12 who could play the power play. Then we have Mayu and Lane Hudson we need to give ice time to. So it's just tough. On defense, obviously not much, just a couple of AHL contracts. We have Gianni Fairbrother, 2-year, 8.25 thousand, and then we signed Alex Huang to a NHL entry contract. He's only a medium top 6, but he had like 70 points in 60 something games in the OHL last year, playing top line minutes. So we don't have that many AHL defensemen. I'll try him out there, and if not, whatever. He ends up just being a guy left in the dust. And then we got rid of Will Butcher. He did not want to re-sign. And for goalies, we signed Gabriel Daigle to his NHL entry contract finally. He's going to be getting the nod in the AHL. And then same thing with Malkin. We got rid of Fleury. We'll see other goalie options available for this year. If we do bring up that other guy, Havlid, definitely going to keep the cord, but let's see who that second goalie will be. If anything, we're just going to re-sign Fleury, but in the meantime, we let him walk. I'm going to end the video off here because I want you guys to tell me what I should be doing. Any comments would be, now that we have a bit more subscribers on the channel, I want to know, did we make the right moves? Should we re-sign Malkin? I mean, listen, I made Fleury and Malkin walk, but we could always just re-sign them right away. It is July 1st. It happens sometimes. So let me know, guys. Should we? I'm not signing a big piece. Like, just get Kucherov out of your mind because it's not happening, even for that 1 year. I really think the reason we did worse this year than last year is because we had Bouchard, and Bouchard was a huge help to our lineup, defensively and offensively. So now that Mayu and Hudson are getting a bit better, Bichelle is climbing up a bit too. Maybe we could sign a defenseman, a bottom 6 forward. I'm going to go through the list here, and you guys just comment and let me know. And then in the next video, we'll do free agency, the home opener, and the whole shebang. But boys, you guys let me know, all right? So let's go forwards first. We're going to go roles. So first line, Hischier, Marchand, Kucherov. Like, it's just not going to happen. But then you have guys like Novak, Zaka, Lehkonen. Maybe we bring Lehkonen back. We have $9.8 million to play around with. So, You have all these players. Toffoli could come back. Malkin, we could re-sign. No one wants him yet. I'll go down the whole list of forwards pretty quickly. You guys could see them. And then what I want to do is just see what teams are actually interested in players. So Novak, 4 people at 9.8 million. How did he do last year? 67 points, 9.8 million though. 30 years old. How many years does he want? 3 years. Okay. Still kind of greedy, but 4 teams interested. And which teams are those? Anaheim, New Jersey, Philly, and San Jose. Pavel Zacha, 3 teams are interested. Sorry, 4 years, 8.6. Let's see how he did last year. 53 points. So I don't know. These contracts are so weird. I hate how 53 points, bro. You should be getting I don't know, 4 million, 5 million maybe in this era. Anyway, 4 years, 8.6 million. Chicago, New York, and Vegas. Okay. Nico Hischier. This is respectable because captain, first line. He probably got, close to PPG. 79 points, 28 goals, 51 assists. And that's back-to-back 70-point seasons too. So it's not just offense you're getting from Nico Hischier. So remember that. Obviously these guys too. But 11.86 years, 2 teams interested. So Boston and LA Kings. I could see him being on Boston or LA, honestly. Tolvanen, 2 teams. Sordif, 2 teams. My dog is going ham. Teams interested in Tolvanen. Dallas and Seattle. I guess he'd go back to Seattle if I'm not mistaken. Where did he just play? Oh, right. He got traded to Edmonton from Seattle. And then I guess he'd want to re-sign if he does accept the offer. Sort of 2 teams. So this is just an $800,000 deal. But Buffalo and New York. Why do 2 teams want him actually? Okay. Kind of like an Akil Thomas type vibe. Akil Thomas is actually better. Marchand, who wants to sign him? Tampa Bay Lightning. That'd be crazy. Washington for Lehkonen. I'm not going to go through them all. Calgary, William Karlsson. But a lot of one team interests, I guess you could say. No Akil Thomas. All right. Brendan Gallagher, let's see that one. Edmonton Oilers. So where did he play last year? San Jose. Okay, so San Jose 2 times. And Edmonton, I'm pretty sure is where he's from. So that'd be a pretty cool way to end off his career. I wonder if EA takes that into account. I don't know, but I feel like that's pretty cool. So on defense, we have Romanov. It's a pretty interesting one, but no elite defenseman. I guess that's okay. I think I would have preferred an elite defenseman. A guy like Brandon Carlo would actually be pretty cool. 2 teams interested in him. He was on Boston, though, but it would be, I don't know. The guy's 6'5", 6'6", defensive defenseman with Lane Hudson, and then you put Bichelle back on that top 6 pairing with Korzak. I think that would be the play, but then that means we don't have Letang in the lineup. I guess Letang as a depth defenseman wouldn't be bad, but he's got 61 points. Like, how the hell do you diss someone like that? Yeah, I feel like the storyline just makes no sense. He came from Boston. Unless, frig, I don't know. Maybe Boston didn't want to sign him, and he's like, yo, I'm going to the Rivals. Oh, man. Okay. Listen, this is why you guys comment below, right? Labushkin, Timmins, D'Angelo, Brandstrom, Evans, Ty Smith. Yeah, so not many elite defensemen. I'll go through this quick. McNabb would be pretty cool. But again, that means we're taking Letang out of the lineup. Do we want to do that? On goalies, we have Devin Levi, Sergei Bobrovsky, Binnington, Lindgren we could bring back. Montembeault we could bring back. So on goalies, we have Devin Levi, Sergei Bobrovsky, Jordan Binnington, Lindgren, Montembeault, Anderson. So many good options. Oh my god. Fleury still. No teams interested. So yeah, you guys have to let me know, boys. There's options. There's definitely options. How do we want to spend our money? All right, I'm going to leave you guys off here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. And I want you guys to comment below during the weekend. Let me know. Who should we sign? We should make any other trades. Literally everything and anything. Any suggestion you have, toss it my way in the comments. And I'll look through them. And then our next video, who knows what we could do. So yeah, July 1st, boys. I showed you guys the list of free agency. You guys go bonkers on the comments now. Apart from that, I'll see you guys in the next episode for episode 16. Kind of crazy. Peace.